And even that sense of freedom in terms of like building what do I center my week around? Well, everything I'm being sold on some level is to center my week around like, okay, the Wednesday night out, like when I was social set, that would be what I would kind of like build up to and then move away from. But Thursday morning, obviously, yeah, Thursday. I had a lab every Thursday morning after they booked it in every week 9 o'clock. So I had church on Thursday morning, kind of like, how's things? And then so by the way, then Thursday was out, go back and have a nap, and then Friday weekend we play, and then I was back on organising socials and stuff, picking up tickets.
Yeah.
So I realised that I was one of the things where I was like, I can't continue to do this, like, because my entire week became centred around running that social. Just in terms of, and that was such an emotional energy to put in for that space. And I was doing it in a, shall we say, like more Catholic Christian sense, and that was part of the reason of doing it, was actually to see how much I could influence the culture of that. And like, so it was like, okay, if you're gonna do that, go outside. I'm not having that in my house. We got the girls team to like get involved. Like, okay, let's make sure we've got an environment. Yeah, there are lads who all play football together, and we're all like, but actually, how do we maintain the good parts of that, and then like still welcoming that sense of like having the girls, the women's team in, or the rest of it. So yeah, there was a sense of purpose, but then my week was being centered around Wednesdays, and you just kind of like, you run out of that wider sense of what the world around you is. So yeah, and then also engaging with the drinking and the culture. I think actually it's a real opportunity to work yourself out, and we don't necessarily give this enough credit. When you hear some things about, okay, how does my faith relate to uni life? Well, actually, it's about how to do things like in moderation, and how to go, okay, I'm gonna come. I was laughing with someone and saying how crap, like, can we say, oh yeah, we can say crap. Yeah, we've said it now.
I had a priest say that word at a Christmas homily, and I think about half of the church congregation ended up like passed out. They were like, there's audible gasps. Yeah, it was quite.
Working with like, okay, this is my week. This is what. So if my week's centered around this, then I'm kind of creating space for this. Whereas actually, like working with like the drinking and whatever, doing it in moderation, and saying so you invite me to a party, then I'm still gonna go, but I'm gonna go and do it in the best way possible, or whatever. So that kind of centering, and then if you took all of the like Christians, I'm back where I was now. But if you took all the Christians in that sense out of those environments, imagine how rubbish they would be. We can use that one there. Yeah, actually how more depraved would that go? How much quicker would that night kind of spiral? Yeah. Those nights that.
Absolutely.
And if you've only got till 2, it can spiral a little bit, and then it can kind of wind itself back up and then spiral, and then you can kind of manage it. Whereas actually, if only the most extreme characters, so I think it's important to be in those spaces and to learn. It's just when the compromise is too big, and if I'm centering my week around the Wednesday night, then my Wednesday night informs my Sunday experience, rather than my Sunday experience forming my Wednesday experience, if you like. So it's which one's being weighted more, and actually that when I leave university, my ability to down VKs or whatever is not going to be an awful lot less useful to me than my ability to read up on the scriptures, or to kind of like deep dive into like Benedict's writings like we were doing the other week, and things like that. And actually that sense of creating myself as a person, I can learn how to drink whatever and do the whatever, but actually to develop me as a person, like get that sense of growth. That actually we should be mirroring at university. The university should be a time to grow academically. So why would it not be a time to grow spiritually, to grow
absolutely,
and that kind of stuff? So yeah, I think that's so it's not a don't go out, whatever, but actually what do we center our time around? And then that sense that, okay, what's going to facilitate that? Okay, maybe a castle, maybe a home community, but it doesn't matter what it is. The church has got some structure that will be there, and then it's for us to go and engage with it. And that, the Catholic Student Network stuff is to widen that, but actually it should be there in some sense already.